guys, today I'm doing my monthly totals for January. It's a little bit late, but I really want to do it, so this is all the books that I read for January. So I read Shades of Grey by Maya Banks, which I gave 4 stars. I read Angels in Chains by Cynthia Eden, which I gave 3 stars. I read Magic in the Blood by Devon, which I gave 3 stars. I read Magic in the Shadows by Devon, which I also gave 3 stars. I read Larissa, Ione's Lethal Rider, which I gave 4 stars, 4.5 stars. Then I read Raphael by Alexandra and Parish by Lara, Wright, which I gave 3 stars. These are sort of two short stories together that form like a series. That's not explained very well, is it? It's quite interesting and different. I read Edge of Dawn by Adrian, which I got from NetGalley, and I gave 3 stars. It's the 11th book in the Midnight Breed series, and while it's quite good, it wasn't my favourite. There's a 20-year gap between the last book and this one, so it was quite different. And then I read The Better to See You by Kate SeRine. I gave that 4 stars. It's a really good series, Transplanted Tales. I read All I Ever Dreamed by Shannon Stacey, which I gave 3 stars. I didn't love that one. I then read JD's Robb, Vision and Death, which I gave 4 stars, and it's a really good read. I also read Dragonbound, which I seem to read at least twice a year, if not more, which I gave 5 stars. It's by Thea Harrison. Then I read Reaper's Property by Joanna Wylde, which I gave 2 stars. I really didn't enjoy it. Then I read Beasts Behaving Badly by Shelly, which I gave 4.5 stars. And then I read reread, should I say, Desperately Seeking Shapeshifter by Jessica Sims, which I gave 4 stars. So they're all the books that I read. For January. So now for my totals. So out of the 200 books that I want to read for the year, I've read 14 this month, which is quite good because I think I need to read about 16 or 17 each month to read 200 for the year. I reread 3 books. I reread Lethal Rider by Larissa Ione. I reread Dragonbound by Thea Harrison, which is one of my favourite books. And I reread Desperately Seeking Shapeshifter by Jessica Sims. So those were the 3 books I reread this month. I read 11 new books, and those 11 new books were also ebooks that I read. So just a little bit of information about my monthly totals. So my favourite book for the month has to be Beast Behaving Badly. It was a really, really good read. It was hilarious. The heroine is really funny, and she makes the book so much more interesting and better, and I'd highly recommend Beast Behaving Badly by Shelly Laurenston. What else? So yeah, I've mentioned already reading 200, want to read 200 books, and I read 14 for the year. I only read 1 book for my Mount to be Read reading challenge, which was Angels in Chains, which I gave 3 stars by Cynthia Eden, which I started back in 2012 and then wasn't really keen about finishing it because the first quarter of the book wasn't all that gripping. It did pick up by halfway and definitely by the end, but it wasn't as good as the other 2 books in this series, which I think is called The Fallen, which is the 3rd book. And also it was the only book that I read for my reading challenge this month, so that's quite bad. I am meant to read at least 2 books out of my to be read pile a month, so I can read 24 by the end of the year, so hopefully that'll clear up my collection a little bit. And for my personal challenge of reading books from the stacks, I didn't read any books. Not one. 0. Big fat nothing. I didn't read anything. So for January I have to read at least 2 of those sort of books, because I want to read 1 per month. And I think that's about it, guys. Yeah, let me know how many books you read in January. Was my total of 14 really high or really low? Did you read more than 14 books? If so, let me know how many and link me to your video or your blog post about how many books you read for the month. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye!